everyone, welcome back to the Gold and Silver Update, brought to you by the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. Hey there, I'm Ron, your host, and thank you so much for spending some time with us today. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and leave any questions or comments you have down in the comment section below. So, are you ready to get started? Let's dive in. Well, Donald J. Trump was just sworn in as the 47th President of the United States of America, and many people are wondering what's in store for the rest of 2025. With the wild terrorist attack on New Year's Day, the Tesla bomb in front of Trump Tower, and the unbelievable wildfires we've seen wreak havoc across Los Angeles, you could say it's been off to a rocky start. Not that 2024 was a walk in the park, with assassination attempts, wars in the Middle East, and the implosion of Joe Biden's presidential campaign. But there's honestly little to no reason to think that 2025 will be any less chaotic. So, what could be in store? Listen, I'm hoping for the best, I really am, but we've also got to be prepared for the worst, right? And that's why so many hardworking Americans are turning to precious metals like gold and silver to help protect their savings. I mean, after all, precious metals are known as a dependable safe haven asset for times just like this. And if you'd like to learn more about how precious metals could help you, we'll give you some great info at the end of this video, or you can check out the description box below. So there was a recent article for Politico magazine titled "The Incredible World-Altering Black Swan Events That Could Upend Life in 2025. Sounds a little scary, right? I know, but it's loaded with all sorts of scenarios that could unfold this year, coming from an array of analysts and experts alike. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to take a look and read for yourself. Now, for today's video, I decided to really focus on the 4 biggest black swan events that could have a serious impact on the value of your savings and potentially the quality of your retirement. So let's get to it. So the first black swan event is a market crash that could trigger a global panic. While a market downturn is always an ongoing threat, 2025 could see a serious global panic that could crush the markets caused by AI algorithms spreading misinformation. Now, this is pretty far-fetched, and of course, the article tries to put blame on President Trump already. It is the Politico, after all, but it's interesting nonetheless. The article says that botnets have already proven just how easily and effectively sophisticated AI algorithms can be to spread disinformation. With the elections now over, malicious actors and nation-state malcontents focus on a new target in 2025, financial markets. It's like a scary science fiction movie, isn't it? All right, moving to Black Swan event number 2, a new pandemic to worry about. Listen, we all remember the COVID-19 pandemic, or maybe, actually, you've probably done everything you can to forget about it. I know I have. But there's been some talk of some new viruses and things like a bird flu crisis that could get out of hand. The article states that a new pandemic could result in the economy being negatively impacted as goods and services become scarce and commodities stack up in the ports of entry. An epidemic that we had the tools to control winds up killing thousands and sending the economy back into a COVID-like downward spiral. But let's hope not. Which brings us to Black Swan event number 3, quantum computing. Now, if you're asking, what the heck is quantum computing? You're certainly not alone. The article discusses the impact of what this next phase of computing power could hold. The article discusses the recent discoveries of quantum computing breakthroughs, first in China and then by Google stateside. Realizing a practical quantum computer might well render obsolete many of the cryptographic protections used to shield personal and corporate data today. You know those little padlocks you see next to the URLs? Well, they could overnight become fiction. This could be weaponized in an ongoing trade war to strip away many of the privacy protections of Americans' personal data. All right, on to our final Black Swan event, and it's certainly my least favorite. And that's the threat of nuclear war. 2024 saw escalation not only in the Russia-Ukraine war, but also throughout the Middle East. So one could guess these wars could escalate. The article refers to crossing the nuclear red line. We've already heard frequent comments on Russian media that their potential use would be a perfectly reasonable response to setbacks in its war with Ukraine. Should nuclear states like Russia China and North Korea launch aggressive attacks on their neighbors with the goal of final victory? And should those assaults fail, the temptation to reach for the nuclear toolbox might just be too hard to resist. And this could also cause a digital disaster. In the past year, ransomware attacks have hit major companies like AT&T and Disney, along with city and county governments, costing an estimated $40 billion just in the United States alone. But these attacks pale in comparison to what could happen if a digital assault cripples the electric grid or disrupts communications nationwide. With credible reports of state actors like China and Russia probing for weaknesses in our web-centric society, well, the potential cost in money, health, and lives is literally incalculable. So there you have it. Listen, I know this has not been the most positive market update we've done to date, but it's important to understand the risks that are out there and make plans to help mitigate those risks. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Are these realistic threats? Should we really be worried? Are you taking steps to protect your money from any potential economic consequences? And of course, what do you think all of this means for the price of gold and silver? Go ahead, fire away, write down in the comments below. And if you're looking to learn a little more about how precious metals might be able to help you and why thousands of Americans are turning to precious metals to potentially help safeguard their retirement savings, well, just give a call to the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. You see, Goldco works directly with mints around the world to source gold and silver coins directly from the mints that produce them, ensuring that the gold and silver you buy is 100% authentic. With over 6,000 five-star reviews and over $3 billion in precious metals placement, Goldco has built up a reputation as one of the best and most trusted gold companies in the country. And Goldco is also offering a free gold and silver kit that they'll ship right to your home to inform you about how gold and silver can help. Simply click on the link that we left in the description to get yours today. All right. That's it for today's market update. Don't forget to show us some love with a thumbs up and click on that subscribe button. Until our next glittering journey, stay curious and keep shining.